Hello, grade sixes. Hopefully, you had a good day. It was beautiful weather down in Lethbridge, so hopefully, it was good weather there too. I'm curious to know what you all did, so hopefully, at our meet tomorrow, you can share that with me. Let me see, what did we do? Well, after our meet, I had some lunch and then I ran some errands. And I said to my folks and Mr. Pizzoli, I said it was one of those days that if it could go wrong, it did. I went to a donation center to drop off some stuff with my mom and dad's, and I come upon a sign that says, "Sorry, we're full." So, can't really drop it off if it's full. And then I had to go to Walmart, and I'm in line at the till behind a family who's applying for a new Walmart visa or something, and they were just having problems, and I felt terrible for them. Half an hour is what it took, and normally I'd be like, yeah, whatever, but I was trying to get home to make supper for everyone here. But oh well, it is what it is. So anyways, I wanted to read to you chapter 3 from The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. Now, I have always found it interesting that our bunny is named Edward, but our bunny is always dressed in very feminine clothing. So, that is something that, keep that in mind. Keep thinking about it. Alrighty, I'm going to switch to the document camera. This is a very short chapter, so it won't take us long. And we'll probably just do 3 quick questions. Make sure you answer them in private comments and hit turn in so that I can give you 100% right away. And if you haven't done the previous days, do those, please. Here we go. Alrighty, chapter 3. Beautifully set table. Must be going to have a fancy meal. "She is called the Queen Mary," said Abeline's father, "and you and your mamma and I shall sail on her all the way to London." "What about Pellegrina?" said Abeline. "I will not go," said Pellegrina. "I will stay." Edward, of course, was not listening. He found the talk around the dinner table excruciatingly dull. In fact, he made a point of not listening if he could help it. But then Abeline did something unusual, something that forced him to pay attention. As the talk about the ship continued, Abeline reached for Edward and took him from his chair and stood him in her lap. "And what about Edward?" she said, her voice high and uncertain. "What about him, darling?" said her mother. "Will Edward be sailing on the Queen Mary with us?" "Well, of course, if you wish, although you are getting a little old for such things as China rabbits." "Nonsense," said Abeline's father jovially. Who would protect Abeline if Edward was not there? From the vantage point of Abeline's lap, Edward could see the whole table spread out before him in a way that he never could when he was seated in his own chair. He looked upon the glittering array of silverware and glasses and plates. He saw the amused and condescending looks of Abeline's parents. And then his eyes met Pellegrina's. She was looking at him in the way a hawk, hanging lazily in the air, might study a mouse on the ground. Perhaps the rabbit fur on Edward's ears and tail, and the whiskers on his nose had some dim memory of being hunted, for a shiver went through him. "Yes," said Pellegrina without taking her eyes off Edward. "Who would watch over Abeline if the rabbit were not there?" That night when Abeline asked, as she did every night, if there would be a story, Pellegrina said, "Tonight, lady, there will be a story. Abilene sat up in bed. I think that Edward needs to sit here with me, she said, so that he can hear the story too. I think that is best, said Pellegrina. Yes, I think that the rabbit must hear the story. Abilene picked Edward up, sat him next to her in bed, and arranged the covers around him. Then she said to Pellegrina, We are ready now. So, said Pellegrina. She coughed. And so the story begins with a princess. A beautiful princess. Abilene, a beautiful princess? Abilene asked. A very beautiful princess. How beautiful? You must listen, said Pellegrina. It is all in the story. So, my 3 questions are, first of all, so this means you might have to rewind and listen to some of what I read to you. What is the name of the ship that they are sailing on? And so that's number 1. What is the name of the ship they're sailing on? Number 2, sorry about that. Number 2, what city are they going to on the ship? And number 3, this is a personal opinion. Number 3, do you think Pellegrina likes Edward? So Pellegrina is the grandma. Does she like Edward? Okay. And here is chapter 4. We will be reading chapter 4 on Monday. Alrighty, folks. Remember to answer your questions. Remember to answer your questions in the private comments. Only 3 today. I was nice. Talk to you later. Remember, paper, pencil and eraser, and crayons or felts for our class today. Take care. Bye-bye.